to Columbia Cougar Athletics on ColumbiaCougars.com. Cougar Athletics are brought to you by Best Western Columbia Inn, KMIZ ABC 17, MFA Oil, Break Time, Jiffy Lube, and Big O Tires, Peak Performance, Columbia College Bookstore, Betts Jewelers, and N.H. Shepherd's Distributing Company. Cougar Athletics broadcasts are produced for Cougar fans by the Columbia College Athletic Department. We now take you to today's Cougar broadcast.
Good evening and greetings from the arena of the Southwell Complex here on the campus of Columbia College, where tonight the 1-0 Columbia Cougars entertain the Concordia Seminary Preachers. The Preachers come into tonight's match with a record of 1-4, 5 games already under their belt. This is always a fun contest between these two institutions. You have the Preachers, who are a veteran-type basketball team. Most of these athletes that are competing tonight for Concordia Seminary are on their way to the pulpit, as they will be preachers down the road and actually doing postgraduate work. And, of course, for the Columbia Cougars, a traditional 4-year school. Columbia opened their season with a win on Monday night against Central Bible by a score of 75-49. And Concordia comes in after beating the Concordia Seminary in Wisconsin earlier this week. Coach Bob Burchard now joins us. And Coach Bob Burchard, your Cougars open up with a win, but I think you're expecting something a little different here tonight, aren't you? Not necessarily as far as winning and losing, but looking for a club to make steps from game 1 to game 2.
Well, I think you'd like to see some level of improvement, Tex. I've always kind of thought that, you see big jumps, particularly early from, first contest to second contest on. We did solve some questions. I thought that we had, as a coaching staff in the first game, we were really debating our starting lineup, maybe how we're going to rotate and things of that nature. And a lot of things seemed to present themselves by playing that first contest.
What were your opinions of the first contest after a little time to desire it with Central Bible?
I was happier, watching the film than I was during the game, Tex. Again, with a brand new team, I thought we were in the right places on the floor more times than the wrong place. I thought the guys really tried to do things that we have been talking about doing. I don't think we did great all the time, but I think our team put a lot of effort into defending. I think they put a lot of effort into doing the things we've been asking them to do in practice, and I think at this point in the season, that's really all you can ask.
Isn't it somewhat comforting, though, to see a team with this many new players to be where they are right now?
Well, we'll see here after this game, Tex. I don't know. I think that's the biggest fear for me right now is, okay, which way do you go now? I mean, do you build on what I thought was a decent performance and do even better, or do you backslide? A little bit in early practice, we've kind of, did the stock market thing. One day the stock market looks pretty good, and the other day it's just, we're not as happy with it. So hopefully we'll break that trend and kind of keep this on a steady incline.
Do you like what you see defensively?
I think we can be a really good defensive team, Tex. Our players on the perimeter are really strong. Jason Ellis and Trey Hall are really strong wing defenders, and Miroslav really gives us an intelligent presence out there on the point as well. That's a really good combination. Our inside defense, I think, is a bit suspect just because of our physical strength. I don't know if that'll play tonight. I think we're going to have to be strong on the perimeter tonight. But the defensive thing, Tex, is an old coach's deal. I don't know that you ever feel like you're good enough defensively.
How about offensively inside? You didn't get a whole lot of production the other night. I'm sure you're expecting a little more.
Well, Christian Lewis had a tough game, I thought, and that was a big surprise because he was really, really strong, I thought, in our 2 preseason games and in our practices. Hopefully he'll come out a little bit relaxed tonight and give us some strength inside. But I think Michael, kind of gives us what Michael Fields gives us what he's going to do. 6, 8 points, some good boards, a block shot here or there, and being in the right position. I really think that Greg Stegeman was a pleasant surprise. As a freshman, he gave us 17 minutes and looked real positive doing it. Mike Aguirre and Logan Sullivan both came in and did some things well. I do think we have some depth in there, Tex. We're not real strong, but I think we're skilled there. And we're just going to keep working on those guys to see if we can not only build some strength, but also have them learn how to position themselves to maybe take away the power game.
It really is a combo inside there, isn't it? It's not necessarily just brawn. You got to be able to outwit the other guy a little bit once in a while.
I think you got to be able to move for sure, Tex. In today's game, players play all over the floor. Very rarely do you run into the guy that just goes stand in one place. And so you've got to be able to position yourself. And I think the other thing, and we might witness this tonight as well, is particularly at our level, there's so many good shooters that your defenders have to be able to keep the penetration to a minimal so they don't draw people and be able to kick the ball out to guys who hit horse shots. I think particularly at our level, everybody's got somebody that can shoot multiple threes, and you've got to be able to keep that defender out on that guy.
How about rotations? Any of those starting to create a pattern?
Well, I think, we were so confused going into our first game, Tex, that it did settle down a little bit. I like our starting group. I think we can now rotate off of that starting group, and that was the biggest question for me was how do you get the game started? I think we figured that out.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's head coach of the Cougars, Bob Burchard, as Columbia looks to go 2-0 here in 2007-2008. Cougars lead this series with Concordia 4-0. Last year was all Columbia, 99-43, but Concordia has a little more firepower here in 2007-2008. They are playing without one of their top players, as Steve Corretto will not be available as he injured a knee in their last outing. And new coach for Concordia is Dr. Tim Salaska. Now takes over, and Coach Salaska, welcome to Columbia.
Oh, it is always a really fun evening for us. The guys just finished their fall quarter classes, so they got all their finals and papers done. And we love this arena. The venue is beautiful, and they always go out to Shakespeare's Pizza afterwards. So a couple of them brought their wives, and really looking forward to a good time tonight.
It's really something special for our seminary to have a basketball team. Your approach to basketball is maybe a little bit different than Columbia's, isn't it?
Well, it really is. The guys who are playing, like I said, a lot of them are married. Some of them have children. They played. Some of them didn't play college ball. Some of them did. So they're really playing for the love of the game, for the relationships that they build with each other. And so the kind of let's say the kind of goals that you might have at a high school or college program are a little different. Of course, we play to win. They play really hard, but they're really interested in playing the game right and really enjoying themselves throughout the season.
They still take it, though, very seriously, don't they?
They take it extremely seriously. They really love the game, and they want to play it right. Very true.
How much time do you guys get as far as work on the game? Do you get to practice every day?
That's a good question. We actually practice 4 days a week during the season. We have Wednesdays off because a lot of guys have other obligations related to their seminary training. And we usually practice only for about an hour and a half a day from 4 to 5:30. So we got to get a lot done in a little time, let's say.
All your players, are their main objectives to become preachers?
Yeah, everyone except one is in what we call a Master of Divinity program. It's a 4-year program, and at the end of it, they will all be placed in congregations as pastors. Right.
So it's like a post-graduation type school.
Right. They all have to have college degrees to get in, so it's a postgraduate education, exactly, with all the rigors and the academic expectations involved in a graduate program.
Coach, thanks for your time.
I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
And that's the head coach of Concordia Seminary as we get set for this battle between the Cougars and the Preachers. Again, the Preachers 1-4, the Cougars 1-0. Coach Bob Burchard in his 20th season now with 477 wins, 176 defeats. Just 23 wins away from that magical number 500. Time to meet tonight's starters. First for Concordia at one guard will be Will Stelzer out of Chicago, Illinois, a 6'1", first-year student at Concordia. Another guard tonight is Tim Allman out of Nebraska, 6 foot, fourth-year player. A forward is Josh Kyneth at 6'2", a first-year player out of Wisconsin. The other forward is Tim Barkett, a 6'4", second-year player from San Diego. And playing the post will be Sam Belts. Belts is from Austin, Texas, a 6'6", first-year player. Again, Dr. Tim Salaska in his first year as the head coach of the Preachers. For the Cougars, one guard is Trey Hall, a senior from Connor State College, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 6-footer. The other guard is Miroslav Lukic from Serbia. He's a transfer from Grayson Community College, a 6'2", junior. 10 points and a rebound in his first outing. Forward is Jason Ellis from Moberly Community College, Columbia Hickman High School here in Columbia, Missouri, a 6'1", junior. 12 points and 2 rebounds in the first outing. Kristen Lewis will be a forward, 6'6", junior, 2 points and no rebounds in his first outing. Christian Lewis is a transfer from McKinney College, originally from Lincoln, Nebraska. And rounding out the starting lineup is Michael Fields from Columbia, Missouri, a Hickman High School graduate, a 6'6", senior, 6 points and 3 rebounds. We'll be back with tonight's opening tip-off in just a moment. This is Cougar Basketball.
Thank you for calling Bambino's. How can I help you?
Holy cow! My hunger's got me by the you-know-whats, but I really shouldn't be driving right now.
Harry! Don't worry, buddy. At Bambino's, you can cruise your noodle. Just call us and tell us what you're hungry for, and we can deliver it to you. We even cater for large groups.
Hi! That sounds great, but I can't remember what I want.
No problem, Harry. You got the internet up there?
You bet! I wasn't that crazy about it till I discovered those girls gone wild.
Well, just surf over to Bambino'sItalianCafe.com. You can check out our full menu, see all of our daily food and drink specials right there on the web.
Holy cow! What if I decide to come down for a frosty cold one and watch the game?
Well, get on down here, Harry. Bambino's Italian Cafe is in downtown at Hinton Locust. Or if you decide you want to carry out or delivery, just call us back at 443-4473.
Hi!
Uh-huh.
I'll call back.
Bye-bye, Harry.
Hey, you work hard. And not only do you work hard, but when you play hard, right? So when do you have it easy? Cost Cutters. Cost Cutters pros know how to cut it right.
Cost Cutters.
And right away.
We make it happen.
And you don't have to have an appointment. Cost Cutters makes your hair look great, and that makes you feel great because you're looking good. So you're walking out with Cost Cutters smiling. You're happy that you got a professional cut to fit right into your really busy day. It's so easy at Cost Cutters.
Cost Cutters.
Open every day.
We make it happen.
And open Monday through Friday till 8. Just walk into one of their 5 Mid-Missouri locations. You work hard. You play hard. But getting your hair cut at Cost Cutters, that's easy.
Get in, get out, get style, no doubt. That's what Cost Cutters is all about. For hair that rocks when you're on a roll, there's only one place you need to go, Cost Cutters. They fit your lifestyle. Cost Cutters. It's all about style.
At the 3 in Columbia, plus Jeff City and Moberly. They make it happen 7 days a week.
Cost Cutters. We make it happen.
You can count on. Turn to the team that brings you coverage whenever and wherever you want it. KOMU Sports.
Tune in to KOMU News at 6 and 10 for the latest sports highlights and wrap up the week with the KOMU Sports Show Sundays at 10:25. Log on to KOMU.com for video highlights and interactive polls. Get sports news when you want it with KOMU Mobile. Get alerts direct to you with KOMU Mobile Message.
KOMU Sports. Sports coverage you can count on.
Columbia College is once again home of the NAIA Volleyball National Championship, and the action runs from November the 28th through December the 1st. You too can be part of this spectacular event by volunteering. Volunteers will receive free admission to all matches and a free t-shirt. Get all the details online at ColumbiaCougars.com or contact Cindy at 573-875-7454. Volunteer today and be a part of the NAIA Volleyball National Championship. We are just seconds away from the opening tip-off. Milton McHenry, John Hendricks, and Brad Stonecipher are our officials. Cougars decked out in their home whites tonight, trimmed in navy. And the Preachers are decked out in their road Kelly greens, trimmed in gold and white. Cougars here in the first half will be traveling from our right to the left, and the Preachers from our left to the right. Columbia opened up with a win against Central Bible, played a very strong second half on Monday night to improve to 1-0, and looking to sharpen their skills here tonight against the veteran group from Concordia. Concordia Seminary is located in the Clayton area of St. Louis, out in West County just a bit. And the institution's been around in St. Louis and one of the gems of St. Louis for a long time. Stone Cipher will throw the ball up and set the jump it up his belts against Fields. Tip is controlled by Columbia. Pass goes to Jason Ellis. His drag shot on the left side. No good, but a whistle and a foul to start the game. Tim Allman called for the foul. And that's how this one gets underway. As he actually charged the foul to Tim Barkett. Barkett picks up the personal, the first one until the line goes. Elliott, free throw on the way from the left-handed free throw shooter is no good. Jason Ellis from Columbia Hickman, playing in his second game as a Cougar. Ellis was 2-2 from the free throw line on Monday. Next free throw from Ellis, good. And the Cougars have a 1-0 lead. And they jump into full court pressure. On the dribble in the backcourt is Stelzer. Stelzer plays catch in the backcourt with Allman. Stelzer now gets it across as he gets the ball over to Kina. Back to Stelzer. Stelzer working against man-to-man pressure to the top of the key. Spins into the paint, lost the ball. Michael Fields picks up the loose basketball. Here comes the Cougars pushing it up the floor. Trey Hall, left wing, into the left corner. Lukic for three, no good. Rebound tipped out by Fields, but he runs out of room on the far sideline and rolls out of bounds in front of the Cougar brass. 1-0 Columbia. We're just underway. We have played 32 seconds. Now in the backcourt, on the dribble, Stelzer. Stelzer playing catch with Allman. Stelzer gets across the timeline, has it at the left hash mark. To Allman on the right side. Allman down in the right corner inside the arc, into the paint. He kicks his pass out. That's ran down by Kyneth on the right, left sideline. Kyneth now back out top to Stelzer. Stelzer guarded there by Ellis. Stelzer on the left point, now to the top of the key. Picks up his dribble, backdoor pass to Allman. And a three-point shot on the way from Josh Kyneth is good. And the Preachers have a 2-point lead, and the Cougars try to feed to Lewis down low from Trey Hall, and they turn it over. Turnover charge to Columbia. And the Preachers bring the ball back. Stelzer in the backcourt. He gets the ball to Allman. Allman now works it over to Belts. Belts pass deflected, ran down by Allman. Across the timeline, and a 10-second count. 10-second count. There was just 24 seconds left on the shot clock, so they had burned 11 in the backcourt. They were charging the first foul, too. Tim Allman. Allman picks up the first foul. It was Allman and not Burkett. Across the timeline, Lukic for the Cougars. Works to the right side to Ellis. Ellis with it on the right sideline. Top to Key Lewis. Left side, Trey Hall. Down low inside to Michael Fields. Fields jumper out of the paint. No good. Got his own rebound and puts it up and in to tie the game at 3. Fields with the basket. Stelzer into the front court. Dribbles down to the right corner. Stelzer kicks it out top where he gives the ball to Bells. Bells back to Stelzer, now working in the right corner, and a walking violation charged to Stelzer. He thought he was fouled, didn't like the call. Second turnover of the night charged to Concordia. We're tied at 3, and here come the Cougars back. In the front court, Lukic. He'll leave it out top for Trey Hall. Top the key now to Michael Fields. Fields between the rings, hands off to Hall as the Preachers play a sagging man-to-man. To the left wing to Lukic. Lukic down low in the left corner to Lewis. Lewis out top to Fields, who steps out, now to the right side to Hall. And to Ellis. Ellis' three-point shot is a two-pointer. As his toe was on the line, that's good. Jason Ellis with the bucket. And the Cougars go up 5-3. Selzer across the timeline. Selzer works to the top of the key to the elbow. Kicks it in the right corner. With it there, Burkett. Now back out top to Kyneth. Kyneth, who hit the three a while ago, back to Burkett in the right corner. He gives it down low inside. Tied up there, and a foul called as Allman was tied up along the right baseline. And this foul goes against the Columbia Cougars. Charged with the foul is Christian Lewis. It'll be his first foul on Columbia. Stelzer will inbound, right baseline. Gets it in the right corner to Allman. Allman penetrates, puts up the runner. No good. Ellis with the rebound. Ellis with a behind-the-back dribble, brings it up the floor, kicks it out to Trey Hall. Three-point shot off the wing, no good. Rebound battle for, knocked in the air, and ran down by Ellis. Ellis has it top the key. Ellis works to the left side to Lukic. Lukic with it on the left wing to the top to Fields. Fields right side to Trey Hall. Hall beyond the arc on that right sideline. Now to Lewis out top. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Left side to Ellis, and it's stolen. Picked out of there by Kina. Turnover Columbia. 5-3 Cougars lead it. With the ball, the Preachers of Concordia Seminary. On the dribble, Selzer. Selzer bounces it off to the left side to Barkett, and he threw it away. He thought he was going to Selzer, and Selzer wasn't looking for the ball. Turnover, Preachers. 5-3, Cougars lead it. Crowd still assembling here at the Arena of the Southwell Complex. Across the timeline, Lukic. Lukic with the dribble between the rings. Works to the left side. Gets the ball to Ellis beyond the arc. Ellis out top to Lewis. Right side, Lukic. Lukic on Ellis on the give and go for the layup. Jason Ellis has 5, and the Cougars go up 7-3. Back the other way come the Preachers. Stelzer drives into the paint, lost the ball. Picked out of there by Trey Hall. Lead pass up the floor to Lewis. He'll dunk it down with one hand. Christian Lewis with a tomahawk dunk. And the Cougars now up 9-3. With it top the key, Selzer. Selzer works to the left side. Selzer on the left sideline with the dribble. Gets a pick out top from Birkin. Selzer with it at the right elbow into the right corner. Bounce pass down low inside to Birkin. And a lane violation charged to Concordia. Sam Belts caught loafing in the lane. 9-3, Cougars by 6. Just getting things cranked up here at the arena. We played about 4 minutes. Ellis with it in front of the Preacher bench. Gets it out top to Fields. Now to the right side to Trey Hall, and Hall is being held. Called for the personals, Will Stelzer. Stelzer picks up his first foul. Second foul on the Preachers here in the first half. Now we've got a timeout real quick. I'm not sure what that was about. Just as the Preachers were, our Cougars were about to inbound. As Miroslav Lukic inbounds the ball, right corner. Trey Hall jumper from 18, good. And the Cougars take an 8-point lead, 11-3. On the dribble, Selzer works to the left against Ellis, and they're going to call a foul on Ellis on a hand check. Jason Ellis called for the hand check. It'll be his first personal. Second foul on the Cougars here in the first half. And now checking in for Concordia will be Justin Spinagle. Spinagle, a 6'1" first-year player. 11-3. Cougars with the lead. On the dribble, on the left side, having it stripped away and putting up a shot and missed it. It's Allman, but he is fouled as Tim Allman drove into the paint, had it knocked away, but got it under control and put up a shot and missed it, but he was fouled. And Allman to the line. Called for the personal foul was Columbia's Miroslav Lukic. It'll be his first and the third on Columbia. Free throw on the way from the right-handed shooting free throw man. Tim Allman out of Nebraska is good. And it's 11-4. Columbia leading the Preachers. The next one from Allman's in the bucket. He knocks them both down. 11-5. Lead pass up the floor to Lewis in the paint. Layup, missed it. Rebound fought for, ran down by Miroslav Lukic. Left wing, fakes the shot. Out top to Jason Ellis. Now to Michael Fields between the rings. Right side to Trey Hall. Trey Hall with it, out top to Lewis. Left side, Miroslav Lukic. Three-point shot, good. Miroslav Lukic with his first bucket. Lead pass up the floor, intercepted by Lewis. Cougars bring it back. Lukic back the other way, right side to Trey Hall. Hall drives, dribbled the ball out of bounds. Last touched by the Preachers, and it'll go back to Columbia. Cougars with a 9-point lead, 14-5. Inbounding Lukic, far sideline, gets it into Ellis out top. Farmer Cupie with the dribble ahead of the key. He works to the right side to Lukic out of Serbia. Lukic picks his dribble up to Fields in the paint, puts up a drag shot. It's no good, but Fields fouled. Michael Fields shot that off his hip. Called for the personal foul is Josh Kina. It'll be his first and the 13th foul on Concordia. Into the line goes Michael Fields. as Fields will shoot a pair. Michael Fields shot about 65% from the line a year ago. This free throw on the way is no good as it went in and out. 6'6" senior, fourth-year player here for Coach Bircher. Fields' next free throw on the way, and he got it. Fields has 3, and the Cougars have a 10-point advantage here in the first half, and a foul in the backcourt on Lukic. Lukic called for the personal. It'll be his second and the 14th foul on Columbia. Now check it in is Joe Flanner. Flanner checks in for the Cougars. Also checking in now for Columbia is Terrell Turner. Turner checks in. Inbounds pass comes in to Spanagle. Spanagle picks up his dribble, hands it off to Selzer. He drives off to the left side. Stelzer then back out to the point. Hands it off to Allman. Back to Stelzer on the left wing. Top of the key, the pass goes to Kyneth. Kyneth back to Stelzer on the left side. Cougars been very stingy on the defensive end. Out top to Allman. And the jump shot put up by Allman is no good from the head of the key for 3. Rebound Michael Fields. Flanner takes it up the floor, leaves it for Fields, top the key, right side to Turner. Turner fakes left, goes right, goes to the baseline, kicks it in the corner to Trey Hall for 3. Count it. And a timeout call by the Preachers. They want to reload. Cougars have opened up an 18-5 lead. Back with more Cougar basketball from the arena of the Southwood Complex in a moment.
Life can be a real balancing act, can it? Careers, kids, mortgages, and the more things are up in the air, the more you want them under control. That's where Shelter Insurance comes in. We insure your car, home, life, and peace of mind. We offer competitive rates to take care of the business of life so you can concentrate on something more important, enjoying your life. Interested? Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. Seek shelter today.
The Cougars remind you that a winner always uses a designated driver or volunteers to be one. Be a good sport and keep our roads safe. Always put safe driving at the top of your lineup. A message from the Columbia Cougars, Budweiser, and N.H. Shepherds Distributing Company. You are listening to Columbia Cougar Athletics on ColumbiaCougars.com. Follow the Cougars all season long by logging on to ColumbiaCougars.com. Get results, highlights, statistics, player information, and all the latest Cougar news. Shop for great Cougar gear at ColumbiaCougars.com. Your voice of Cougar Athletics. Your source for everything you need to know about the Cougars. ColumbiaCougars.com. Welcome back to the Arena of the Southwell Complex. We apologize for our interruption with 12:07 to play in this contest here in the first half between the Columbia Cougars and the Concordia Seminary Preachers. Columbia's opened up a 14-point lead. Terrell Turner currently at the free throw line. He just missed the first of a two-shot foul. The next one on the way is no good as well, and the rebound cleared down by the Preachers. Will Stelzer. Stelzer races into the front court. He's tripped up, keeps his dribble down to the left corner, feeds into the paint, and that's intercepted. And out of there with it for the Columbia Cougars is Brett Hoskins. Hoskins to Flanner, Flanner to Turner, top the key to Stegman, left side Hoskins. Hoskins dribbles to the left point to Sullivan, top the key. Left side to Turner. Turner feeds inside Hoskins. Turnout bank shot by Hoskins is good. Brett Hoskins with his first basket of the night. And it's 24-8. Columbia with the lead here in the first half. Stelzer's lead pass is tipped and intercepted by Stegman. Turnover number 6 charged to the Preachers. Turner with it on the left wing. Top the key Stegman. Right side Flanner beyond the arc. Flanner with it on the right wing. Was a leading scorer the other day, and Flanner called for carrying the basketball. Turnover number 3 on Flanner, and it goes back to the Preachers. 11:19 to play here in the first half. Columbia with a 24-11 advantage. On the dribble, Will Stelzer. Stelzer with it, bounces it ahead, gets the ball up the floor to Kyneth. Kyneth penetrates, dishes the ball off to Spinago, and his shot's up, no good. But he draws the foul. He was fouled by Logan Sullivan. First foul on Sullivan in the game, and that is now the 17th foul on Columbia. And to the free throw line goes Justin Spinago, who's 0-2 from the stripe. Spinago's first one on this trip is short. Not much leg power used by Spinago on those free throws. Peter Elliott now out of Chicago will check in for the Preachers, and getting a breather is Sam Belts. Belts with that right knee heavily braced will take a seat. Now Spinago's next free toss is on the way, and that's no good, and he stepped on the line when he launched the free throw. And basketball goes back to Columbia. 24-8, Cougars with the lead. Preachers now packing a zone with it on the right side. Turner out top to Flanner. Flanner's with the dribble to Hoskins. Cougars adjust their offense now to the zone. Hoskins from 25 for 3, in and out, no good. Rebound Stelzer. Stelzer brings it up the far sideline with the dribble. Stelzer right side, got the ball out and got it to Kyneth. His three-point shot no good. Flanner with a rebound. Lead pass up the floor to Sullivan for the layup. Score. Nice outlet, setting up Logan Sullivan for the basket. And the Cougars go up by 18, 26-8. Stelzer across the timeline, drives to the right elbow, into the paint, puts up the running left-hander. That's good by Will Stelzer. 26-10. Cougars with a 16-point lead. Hoskins kicks it out to Flanner. Top the key Sullivan. Left side now to Turner. Turner with a cross-court pass. Gives the ball to Sullivan. Sullivan to Stegman. Back to Sullivan. Sullivan leaves it for Turner. Terrell Turner to the right side to Hoskins. Hoskins for the Cougars on the right sideline. Into the right corner, Sullivan to Hoskins. Left side Flanner around the perimeter. Into the left corner. And there is Terrell Turner's three-pointer on the way, and it's good. 29-10. Cougars by 19. Stelzer across the timeline. They get it in the middle. With it in the middle is Elliott. Elliott works it off to the right side. Joshua Schmidt's shot's off the mark. Rebound Columbia. Into the front court, Turner. Turner drives to the baseline. Tied up. Kicks it out top to Keith Sullivan for 3 from 21. Good! As Sullivan knocks it in. And the Cougars go up 22, 32-10. Still with a 2-2-1 full court press. On the dribble in the backcourt, Stelzer. Stelzer across the line, guarded by Flanner. Slides off to the left side. Now to the top. Cougars in a half-court man. Left side, the pass goes. With it on the sideline is Schmidt. Top the key. Three-point shot on the way from Kyneth is off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Sullivan of Columbia. Sullivan to Flanner. Flanner top the key to Sullivan, left wing. Into the left corner. Three-pointer from Turner. Nothing but the bottom. As Terrell Turner with 8 points after failing to score on Monday night. 35-10. Cougars by 25, and a timeout called by the Preachers. 35-10. Columbia with the early lead here with 8:48 to play first half. We'll have more Cougar basketball for you in a moment.
Wouldn't you like to be able to provide for your family every month, even if you weren't around? That's precisely why Kansas City Life created a monthly benefit rider for universal life coverage. In addition to your policy's lump sum payout, this rider provides extra cash to your loved ones every month, supporting them just as you would if you were still here. Talk to your Kansas City Life agent today about the new monthly benefit rider.
We're Kansas City Life.
35-10, the Columbia Cougars up by 25. We have played 11 minutes and 12 seconds as Concordia in some serious trouble here in the early going. Tim Allman on the dribble in the backcourt. Allman working against Turner, gets across the timeline. Allman works to the left side, gets it in the left corner. With it there is Kyneth. Kyneth now with a bad pass stolen by Flanner, racing the other way. Flanner to the bucket, lays it up and in. Joe Flanner's got 4 after making the steal. Now on the dribble in the backcourt, Allman working against Flanner. Allman gets it across the timeline, works to the right side. Now crossover to the top of the key. Allman kicks it off to Kyneth on the right point, about 30 feet out. Now to the top, with it there Schmidt. Schmidt tied up, almost walked to Kyneth. Kyneth with it on the right wing. Turner about took it all away, and a foul call on Kyneth. Kyneth trying to get free, called for a personal offensive foul. It'll be his 3rd person. 15 foul. 37-10. Cougars with the 27-point lead here in the first half. And coming out is Kyneth, who's now got 3 personal fouls, if my scorekeeping's correct. Cougars bring it across the timeline. Lee Sattler now out there for Columbia to Flanner on the left point. Flanner circles around to the right elbow. Jump shot from 17, good. Joe Flanner can shoot it. And the Cougars go up 39-10. As Columbia on their way, it looks like, to an easy victory here tonight. On the dribble across the timeline is Schilling. Schilling with a cross-court pass to Schmidt. Schmidt with it on the left side. Off balance, lost the ball, gets it back, gives it to Allman. Allman from 25 for 3 off the mark. And the rebound fought for and ran down by Elliott. Elliott gets top of the key. With it head of the key, Schmidt. Schmidt circles to the left to Allman. High post. Right wing to Elliott. 3-point shot, no good. Goes over the top of the backboard, not out of bounds. And the Cougars get the ball back. Columbia by 29 with 7:13 to play first half. And bringing it up the floor is Joe Flanner out of Belton, Missouri. Flanner leaves it for Lee Sattler out of Ohio. Sattler in the left corner. And a 18-footer fired up there by Jake Alexander out of St. Louis. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by the Preachers. In the front court is Allman. Tim Allman works left side to Schmidt. Down low his pass goes. Tied up along the baseline. They get it back out to Schmidt to Allman. Top the key. With it on the top of the key is Elliott. Elliott works the ball back to Allman. Allman on the dribble, guarded by Flanner. Allman into the paint, lost the handle, loose basketball, but it's picked up on the baseline by Schmidt. Schmidt kicks it back out, down low Allman on the left baseline. He'll kick it in the corner to Schmidt for 3, no good, just beating the shot clock, but the Cougars pull down the rebound. Flanner pushes it up the floor, has it to Sattler. Lee Sattler inside the arc on the left side, that's up, no good. Alexander with the rebound on the far sideline. Alexander to Flanner. Flanner backs it out to the top of the key. Flanner works to the right wing. Flanner gives the ball to Sattler. Sattler now working against Concordia's zone defense. Sattler almost walked top the key after getting give and go. He works to Flanner on the right wing. Flanner penetrates to Lee Sattler. Fires the 3 from the left point. Go up. Lee Sattler, the senior, drains the 3. 42-10. Cougars by 32 here in the opening half. 5:40 to play. They get it across the timeline. With it on the right wing is Schilling. Schilling has it stolen by Stegman. And back come the Cougars again. Flanner down the middle. Flanner works to the right side. Into the right corner to Sullivan. He'll let it go. No good for 3. Stegman with a rebound for the Cougars to Flanner. And now he'll bring it back out. Joe Flanner will set it up. Flanner to the left side to Sattler. Sattler works to the left wing. Out top to Stegman. To Joe Flanner on the right point. Into the right corner to Alexander. Around the perimeter of the zone to Flanner for 3. Count it. Joe Flanders got 9 points. And the Cougars are rolling, leading 45-10. Lead pass up the floor is caught there by Barkett. Barkett tied up on the baseline, stepped on the sideline. And the Cougars force another turnover. 45-10 Columbia. Now checking into the game is Mike Gary for Columbia. Across the timeline, Flanner. Also into the game for the Cougars is Kylie Newth. Flanner with it on the left wing beyond the arc. He gets it out top to Sattler. Sattler to the left elbow. Out to into the corner to Flanner to Sattler for three. Lee Sattler buries another. Sattler can fill it up if you leave him open on the perimeter. On the dribble now, Stelzer, who's back out there. He drives, penetrates, head fake, shot up, no good, and a foul charge to Mike Agary out of Penn Valley Community College in Kansas City, Missouri. Mike Agary picks up the personal. It'll be the 8th team foul on the Cougars. Columbia 48 and Concordia Seminary 10. 4:17 to play first half. And Stelzer to the line. His free throw is no good. Will Stelzer out of Chicago, 0-1. The Preachers need everything they can get, and they're not connected from the free throw line. Next free throw from Stelzer. Good. He has three. 48-11. Flanner, no-look pass inside. Laying it up and in is Mike Agary. 50-11. Cougars with a big lead here in the first half, and now Agary knocks it away. Jake Alexander picks up the steal. Alexander to Flanner, alley-oop inside to Newt. That's no good. Flanner follows with a tip-in. Joe Flanner's got 11, and it's 52-11. 3:50 first half. On the dribble in the backcourt, Stelzer. He gets it across the timeline to Belts. Belts to Stelzer. Stelzer to the right side to Allman. Three-point shot short. Rebound pulled down by Newt. Newt gives the ball to Sattler. Up the court to Gary. Back to Sattler for three on the left point. That's good. Lee Sattler off the bench has 9. And the Cougars lead it 55-11. On the dribble is Stelzer. Right side his pass goes to Schilling, and he's fouled. Called for the personal was Mike Agary, his second. 9th team foul on the Cougars in the first half. Cougars blowing the Preachers out of this one. It's 55-11. Cougars with a 44-point first half lead. And to the line goes Joshua Schmidt. Joshua is from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Schmidt is 6'3", second-year student. Free throw on the way is in and out, no good. Rebound at Gary. Gary to Sattler. Sattler with it on the perimeter to Newt. Newt gets it out to Gary. Jumper from 14, go up. Mike Gary's got 4. 57-11 with 3:04 to play. Cougars still with a 2-2-1 press. Across the timeline, Stelzer. Stelzer circles in to the top of the key, right elbow, puts up a leaner. That's no good. Rebound Schmidt on the weak side. Schmidt gets his balance, puts a shot up, no good. Next shot put up, that's blocked. Rebound comes out to Stelzer, 15-foot jumper, no good, and Gary pulls down the rebound. Gary to Sattler. Sattler pushes it up the floor to Brett Hoskins inside the Newt. His shot no good after Sattler had a touch, but a whistle and a foul. And to the free throw line goes Kylie Newth. Called for the personal was Tim Barkett. It'll be his first foul. Kylie Newth's shot on the way is good. Kylie Newth, first point of the game. He's a transfer from the University of Arkansas, Little Rock. 58-11 in the first half. 2:36 remains to be played first half. Next free throw on the way. No good from Newth as he missed that one. Rebound pulled down by the Preachers. Stelzer works to the left side to Allman. To Stelzer, top the key to Allman on the left wing. Allman back to Stelzer at the free throw line. Can't get a shot there. Stelzer leaves it right wing to Burkett. 3-point shot's a brick. Rebound pulled out of there by McGarry. McGarry gets it up the floor, left side to Hoskins, and he walked with the ball. Turnover Cougars. Tomorrow at high noon, the Cougar volleyball team, ranked 6th in the country, will take on Missouri Baptist in the AMC Championship match here at the Arena of the Southwell Complex. Pre-match coverage on ColumbiaCougars.com starts at 11:50 Central Time. That's 11:50 Central Time, pregame match of tomorrow's championship bout between the Cougars and the Spartans of Missouri Baptist. On the dribble, Stelzer into the paint. Gets it underneath the Burkett. Bank shot good by Sam Belts. Belts with a bucket. And a foul called on the Cougar defending down low. And picking up the personal foul is Micah Gary, his third, 10th team foul on the Cougars in the first half. 58-13. And Belts to the line. Free throw on the way is in and out, no good. And the rebound is cleared down. With the rebound is a Gary. A Gary to Alexander. Down low to Nuth. Nuth tied up back to Alexander. The left-hander for three. No good. Rebound pulled down by a Gary. And a Gary has got 4 fouls. Mike Gary with 4 first-half fouls. And that will give Greg Stegman a chance to play. Gary called for being on the back. That's the 11th team foul on the Cougars in the first half. They have blown this one wide open, leading 58-13. 1:39 to play opening half. And to the free throw line goes Tim Barkett out of San Diego. As Barkett goes to the stripe, he'll shoot 2 as the Preachers are in the double bonus. They're also in serious trouble, trailing by 45 points. Free throw for Barkett is good. Barkett got it to fall. That's just the second made free throw tonight by Concordia. They have struggled at the stripe, and they can't afford that. Next free throw from Barkett. Good. He got them both. He got them both. It's 58-15. 1:38 to play first half. Into the front court is Lee Sattler. Top the key to Nuth. Right side now to Alexander. Alexander beyond the arc. Down low to Stegman. Stegman on the right baseline. Trying to go to the rack. Kicks it in the left corner to Sattler. Sattler brings it back out to the perimeter. Sattler in the corner to Hoskin. Now to Nuth. Turnaround jumper from Nuth. No good. Rebound knocked away after it was cleared down by Sam Belts. And a foul called. And I believe this is on Jake Alexander. Jake Alexander's out of St. Louis. He's a freshman from Herculaneum High School. A 6'5" freshman. Picking up his first foul. 12th team foul on the Cougars in the first half. And to the free throw line goes Sam Belts. He's 0-1 from the stripe tonight. And this free throw from Belts is in flight, and he missed it. He's 0-2. As Belts out of Austin, Texas, playing for Concordia. His free throw is short. Rebound, Sattler. Sattler with the board. Lead pass up the floor to Brett Hoskins. Hoskins driving baseline, tied up. He leaves it top the key to Nuth. Nuth gives the basketball to Alexander on the left wing. He penetrates. The runner is no good. And the rebound pulled out of there by Hoskins and knocked out of bounds by the Preachers. And the ball goes back to Columbia. 58-15. Cougars haven't scored in a while. 1:01 to play first half. Inbounds pass Hoskins. Jumper off the baseline. Good. Brad Hoskins drills it. About a 15-footer. And it's 60-15 here in the first half. Under a minute now to play. Opening half. Stelzer on the drive. Kicks the ball back out to Allman. Allman on the left wing. Penetrates. Left-hand scoop shot up and in. As Tim Allman has 4 points. Cougars push it up the floor. Left side Hoskins. Hoskins into the paint to the rack. Layup good. Brad Hoskins has got 6. 62-17 Cougars. A half a minute to play first half. I believe the all-time low for Columbia defensively in a half is 20 points. 62-17. 19 seconds to play and a turnover by the Preachers as the Cougars get it back. Stegman unloads it up the floor to Hoskins. Hoskins kicks it in the corner to Alexander. 8 seconds out the lead. Sattler for 3. He rattled it down. Then Sattler's got 12 with 4 trays. And the Cougars lead it 65-17 here at the break. Columbia out to the early lead. 65-17 at the intermission. All Cougars here in the first half against the Preachers of Concordia Seminary. We're back with more Columbia College basketball from the arena of the Southwell Complex in a moment. This is Cougar basketball.
You have looked everywhere, but you just can't find the perfect fit. Perfect Woodworking is your answer. Perfect Woodworking can build the perfect custom piece, the perfect cabinet, the perfect bookcase, the perfect entertainment center. Perfect Woodworking will build you a custom handmade piece that is exactly what you want. Make it perfect. Perfect Woodworking. 573-499-1353.
There are plenty of ways to get from point A to point B. Van, sedan, sports car, muscle car, pickup. And Shelter Insurance has covered plenty of miles in cars and drivers since 1946 with a combination of competitive rates, helpful agents, and speedy claim service. Truth is, we like knowing we have you covered, so you can just sit back and enjoy the ride. Shelter Insurance. Seek shelter today at shelterinsurance.com.
Have you checked out the Cougars in person? Experience Cougar action up close and personal? What an event. Making your experience at Cougar event special are many people, including the Sunrise Optimist. The Cougar Athletic Department would like to thank the Sunrise Optimist Club for managing concessions and ticket operations at Columbia College. Optimist clubs across North America conduct over 55,000 community and youth-oriented projects directly impacting 5 million youngsters annually. The Cougars and the Optimist, a real winning combination. Cougar fans are the best fans around. So when you're at the game, please act and drink responsibly. You'll be joining 93% of college sports fans who say their behavior is responsible when it comes to tailgating and respecting other fans. The Cougars encourage you to be a good sport. Designate a driver before you celebrate. It's part of every winning game plan. A message from your friends at Columbia College, N.H. Shepard's Distributing Company, and Budweiser, who remind you, responsibility matters.
The Columbia Cougars are headed to the NAIA Volleyball National Championship. In fact, the Cougars are hosting the 2007 NAIA Volleyball National Championship starting November the 28th and concluding with the finals on December the 1st. Watch the Cougars and the other top teams in the country battle for the national title. The NAIA Volleyball National Championship, hosted by the Cougars at the arena of the Southwell Complex, November 28th through December the 1st. Welcome back to the arena of the Southwell Complex, where it's halftime and Columbia in control, leading the Preachers of Concordia Seminary by a score of 65-17. And the Cougars playing like national champions here tonight. Speaking of national champions, we'll talk a little bit about the national championship, the National Cougar Volleyball, the NAIA National Championship, hosted by the Columbia Cougars. And with us is the assistant athletic directors here at Columbia, and that is Cindy Body. And Cindy, the big event's not far away. You got to be very excited about it.
Very excited, but also a little nervous about it. We've got about 2.5 weeks left, and it's getting to crunch time, and we're in full swing in basketball, and actually our women are playing #1 team in the country tonight. So there's lots of stuff going on in Cougar Land right now.
Keeping you hopping, aren't they?
Definitely. There's without Brad here, there's so much stuff to do, and we're getting ready for this national tournament to come. So
Brad Jenks no longer with the athletic department. He now works for the school in general, and that's putting a whole lot of stuff on your shoulders. Are we going to have everything lined up for that event on the 28th, 9th, and December the 1st, I guess? 28th, 9th, and 30th?
Yeah, definitely. We have a great team of chair people put together, and everybody's got their own little committee, and everyone's taking care of their job. And I don't have any doubt that this event is going to be just as good, if not better, than last year. And we're all doing our job, and we're meeting once a week as a whole team, and we really don't have any doubts. We're going to get it done. So.
Well, this is the second time through. I would think it has to be a little bit easier.
It's definitely a little bit easier. We know what to expect this year, but then again, we don't want to get complacent with what we're doing, and so that kind of throws us off a little bit. But we also brought in a new tournament director, Terry Donaldson, and you know, he's asking the questions that a lot of us are just throwing to the side, which is really helping us. So, you know, all of our groups, like I said, we're just taking care of business right now and doing what we need to do.
Talk a little bit about this national event and how it happens. I mean, you got to play volleyball almost 24/7. There's 20 teams that come into town, right? And, of course, Columbia, one of those 20 teams, but you're going to occupy 3 courts at a time?
We are. Our home court here in the arena will be the main court used during pool play, but then all the quarterfinal, semifinal, and championship match will actually be on this court. Then we've also got what we call a sport court, also in the Columbia College in the Arena Southwell Complex, just beside the arena. And then we're also going to Stevens College for a couple games on Wednesday and Thursday during pool play. So
you'll be occupying the Southwell Complex here and then at Stevens College as well.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, last year, what was it, American National that came in and won the national title, a great show. And you had a little problem last year with the weather.
We definitely did. You know, that's everybody's question this year. I am in charge of volunteers, and we do have parking attendants, and everybody's question is, are you going to keep the weather away this year? We got about 16 or 18 inches of snow on the Friday, and that's the day that starts quarterfinals and everything. However, we were able to keep on going. We never missed a beat, and we got all the teams here on time. And games may have started a couple minutes late, but we were pretty much on time. So we're crossing our fingers for good weather this year.
Now, you talked about volunteers. It doesn't happen without volunteers, right? And you're still looking for volunteers, and if somebody wants to volunteer, what process do they have to go through to take care of that?
Well, definitely. We are still looking for volunteers. I've got about 50 spots available yet. I have a total of, I'll probably have a total of about 200 volunteers myself, but then also all the other committees each have their own volunteers and their own people on their committee. So I would say a total of between 250 and 300 people putting on this event, plus the teams and their fans are here. So, to get in touch with me to volunteer, if you're interested, you can email me at cnfoddy at ccis.edu, or you can give me a call at 573-875-7454, and I would be happy to sign you up. So, like I said, we are getting to crunch time, so I'd really, really like to get all those spots filled up, and you get free tickets for the whole week, and also a free T-shirt if you volunteer. So you just one shift and you get all those great things. So
it's a pretty good deal. You actually are volunteering, but you're getting free admission to a national championship event.
Right, and tickets for one day are $10, and for the whole event are $30, and so you volunteer 2 hours of your time, and you get $30 worth of tickets. So it's a pretty good deal.
How are the ticket sales going?
You know what? We don't do any pre-sales. So last year we did pretty well on tickets. We had a lot of fans, obviously from the local teams, but a lot of the teams that do come are from California. So it's kind of we won't know yet
who's here.
Who's here and how many fans they'll bring. So.
Well, we do know the Cougars will be here.
That's for sure. Yeah, the Cougars will be here, and hopefully with our Region 5 championship rather than just our host bid. We got a good shot at it tomorrow. We go for the AMC championship, 14-0 in the conference. Finish the conference 14-0, and we'll go up against Missouri Baptist tomorrow. And then next week we'll enter regional play, and if we win tomorrow, we'll be number 1 seed in the regional tournament. So we'll host on Tuesday and then on Friday and Saturday. So.
All right. Well, I'm excited about it, and I know the Cougars have been playing good volleyball, and we look forward to seeing them win that AMC tomorrow. What is the way to reach you? Once again, one thing they can do is right here at ColumbiaCougars.com, and they'll find a link right to volunteering for the national championship. But you have a phone number?
I do have a phone number, 573-875-7454, and you can get any kind of information and anything about the website or the Cougars in general. So
sounds great.
All right.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you.
Cindy Foddy from Columbia College. As they get set for that big event, that starts again on the 28th of November. It's the weekend after the following weekend of the Thanksgiving weekend, the last weekend in November. And we're really expecting a good time here for that event. And we'll have a lot of that action for you right here on ColumbiaCougars.com. All the Cougars volleyball play from the national tournament. Here at the arena right now, the Cougar basketball team leads Concordia Seminary 65-17 at the intermission. We'll be back with a look at first half numbers and the second half in just a couple moments. This is Cougar basketball.
If you bought your life insurance policy 20 or 30 years ago, it probably never occurred to you that you might actually outlive its coverage. But people are living longer, healthier lives than ever before. That's why Kansas City Life Insurance created Life Pro 120. It's universal life coverage that continues for as long as you live. Ask your Kansas City Life agent about Life Pro 120 today.
We're Kansas City Life.
You want style? You want it fast? For a brand new you, Cost Cutters has a style just for you. Get in, get out, get style, no doubt. That's what Cost Cutters is all about. For hair that rocks when you're on a roll, there's only one place you need to go, Cost Cutters. They fit your lifestyle. Cost Cutters. It's all about style.
No appointment necessary. Open every day, weekdays till 8. Jeff City, Moberly, and 3 Columbia locations.
Cost Cutters. We make it happen.
During the holidays, the Cougars, Lady Cougars, and Cartridge World presents Cougars vs. Cancer Classic at the arena of the Southwell Complex. The action starts on Friday, December the 28th at 2 p.m. when the William Woods Lady Owls play Concordia. At 4, Cumberland's men will test Southern Poly State. The Lady Cougars take on Lyon at 6, and at 8, the Cougars and Taylor will hook up. On Saturday, December the 29th, Lady Cougars will play Concordia at 6, and the Cougars will battle Southern Poly State at 8. Cougar basketball, helping cure cancer. If you don't... Welcome back to the arena of the Southwell Complex, where the Cougars lead it here at the intermission, 65-17. Quickly looking at first half numbers, Concordia shot just 25% from the field. They were 5 of 20. They were 2-11 from the three-point arc for 18.2%, and 5 of 13 from the free throw line for 38.5%. Concordia turned the ball over 17 times in the first half, and Concordia pulled down 12 rebounds. Their leading scorer in the first half was Josh Kina, as he connected on 2 of 4 3-pointers for 6 points. Will Stelzer had 3 points. Tim Allman with 4 points in the first half. Sam Belts had 2, and Tim Barkett had 2 points. Cougars' top scorer in the first half was Lee Sattler. Sattler 4 of 4 from 3-point territory. Next was Joe Flanner off the bench with 11 points. Terrell Turner had 8 points in the first half. 5 for Trey Hall, 3 for Miroslav Lukic, 5 for Jason Ellis, 5 for Logan Sullivan, 6 for Brett Hoskins, 8 for Terrell Turner, as I mentioned. Kristen Lewis has a bucket and a rebound. Michael Fields with 3 points and a pair of rebounds. Kylie Newth with a point and a rebound. 4 points and 4 rebounds for Mike Gary. He also has 4 personal fouls. Cougars with 22 rebounds in the first half, and they turned the ball over just 4 times. They lead it here at the break 65-17, and we'll be back with the second half in a moment.
I think it's a big deal to purchase alcohol for a minor. Then you're not thinking. It's irresponsible and illegal. So if you get a shoulder tap to buy alcohol for minors, turn the other shoulder and walk away. A message from Anheuser-Busch, N.H. Shepherd's Distributing Company, and the Columbia Cougars, reminding you to prevent. Don't provide alcohol to minors.
Are you one of these kinds of dads? When the kids came along, did you promise yourself, I never want to look back and wish I'd spent less time at the office? Then you should get to know Shelter Insurance. We're here to help people who plan their lives around their families by offering life insurance that's built for your needs. Life insurance that's right for you and right for the people who depend on you. Shelter Insurance. Seek shelter today.
Thank you for calling Bambino's.
Holy cow! Hi, everybody.
Hey, Harry.
Say, I'm looking for a place to find me a frosty cold one this evening.
Well, then you got to get down here to Bambino's and abuse your noodle.
Abused my noodle? Hi! Sounds like a weekend I had in Kalamazoo, Michigan once.
No, Harry. At Bambino's, Abuse Your Noodle means you can get ice-cold schooners of beer with our daily happy hour specials and our late-night Bud Light draft beer specials for a ridiculous price.
Holy noodle! I thought I was in heaven up here.
Harry, just get down here to Bambino's. We've got big plates of pasta, big schooners of beer, and sports on our big screen TV.
Bambino's? Oh, shut up already. You had me at Scooter. Just tell me where you're at.
Bambino's Italian Cafe in downtown at Hinton Locust, or you can call us back for carryout or delivery at 443-4473.
I'm on my way.
Bye, Harry.
Back here at the arena of the Southwell Complex, the Concordia Seminary Preachers get the basketball to start the second half, and they work it into the front court, and the Cougars knock it out of bounds. As we are just underway, Columbia leads 65-17. Cougars with their starting five out on the court, as are the Preachers. Inbounds pass comes in to Kyneth on the left wing. Kyneth kicks it out top to Allman. Allman guarded out top there by Trey Hall with 2 seconds on the shot clock. He lets the three-pointer go. That's no good. Michael Fields battling for the rebound. Can't get it under control, and it trickles off his fingertips and out of bounds. And the ball will go back to Concordia with a fresh shot clock. 65-17 our halftime score. Stelzer will inbound left baseline. Slaps the basketball. Inbounds pass comes into Allman on the left wing in front of the Preacher bench. Out top now to Kyneth. Kyneth bounces it off to the right side, and Stelzer is fouled by Jason Ellis. The former Cupid picks up his second personal, first foul of the second half. And we have played 44 seconds, and neither team has scored here in the second half. Stelzer gets a pick out top. Now double team, has it knocked loose, gets it back under control, lost the ball, gets it back again. Stelzer drives into the paint, dishes it off, jumper off the baselines, an air ball out of the hands of Parkett. And the rebound pulled down by Trey Hall. Trey Hall with it on the right wing. Hall kicks it out to Fields, left side now to Lukic, driving left baseline. Pulls up there, out top Trey Hall for three. Good! Trey Hall connects from the left point. And the Cougars go up 68-17. They have a 51-point lead here to start the second half. Into the left corner. Nice save by Kyneth. He kicks it out top to Allman. Allman with it, top the key, works to the left side. Back to Kyneth on the left wing. Kyneth to Stelzer. He'll fire from 25. Good! As Will Stelzer drains it from the top of the key. And here come the Preachers. 68-20. Right side, Ellis for the Cougars. Lob pass inside to Newton. Double team, splits the double team, and he's fouled. Newton got a little off balance. The foul kind of bails him out. Called for the personal is Sam Belts. It'll be his first. Belts called for the foul. First foul on the Preachers in the second half. And to the line goes Christian Lewis. Lewis's free throw is a brick. Didn't use his legs, just kind of flung it up there. Cougars shooting from the line in the first half wasn't just all that great either. They were 3 of 8 for 37.5%. This free throw from Ellis is no good, as he missed, or rather from Lewis. No good. Rebound Preachers. Bounce pass off to the right side. On the right wing, Allman. He gives the ball to Kyneth. Kyneth circles off to the right, back to the left. Kyneth picks up his dribble. Pass goes down low inside to Stelzer. Stelzer into the paint, and he's pushed from below. And called for the fouls, Jason Ellis. Ellis picks up his third personal. Second to second half. Second on the Cougars. Stelzer will inbound, left baseline. Stelzer looking to get it in. Kicks it all the way out top to Belts. Belts holds over his head to the right side to Stelzer. Stelzer between the rings. Works to the right side. With it on the right wing is Belts. Belts to the left side to Stelzer. Stelzer bounces it out top. With it top the key is Kyneth. And Ellis has just picked up his fourth foul. Jason Ellis trying to defend with his hands, and he's got 4 fouls, and that gives Ellis his former crosstown rival Terrell Turner a chance to play from former Rockbridge Bruin. So Ellis goes out, the former Cupid, and the Bruin now comes in, and Turner. 68-20, Cougars lead it. They are up by 48. They have led by as many as 51. Now the Concordia Seminary Preachers want to stack it. Cougars are trying to keep them from stacking on the left side of the paint. They're jockeying in there like horses in the starting gate. blow the whistle to maneuver him. Inbounds pass. Fire to the top of the key to Belts. Right sideline, intended for Allman. Tipped out of bounds off Allman's fingertips and out of bounds. Turnover charge to the Preachers. They're 18th of the night. 68-20, Cougars lead it. Very quiet here in the arena, even though we got a pretty nice crowd on hand. Across the timeline, Lucas. Lucas gets a pick from Lewis, works to the right side. Lucas with it in front of the Cougar bench. Top the key to Turner. He'll let it go from 23. No good. And the rebound is cleared down by Barkett, who did a good job of sealing on the boards. Barkett to Stelzer. Stelzer to the right elbow. Stelzer into the paint, head fake, trying to get a shot up. Blocked by Fields. Stelzer gets it back. Stelzer along the baseline, walked with the ball. And the Cougars get the basketball back on the turnover. Stelzer can't believe it. Back comes Columbia. Lukic across the timeline. Leaves it out top for Trey Hall. Hall with it between the rings. Works to the right side. Trey Hall called for a carry. Cougars turn it over. Columbia had 4 turnovers in the first half. They've got a couple here in the second already. We've played 3 minutes. 68-20 Columbia. Stelzer now trying to get some help to get it up the floor. Across the timeline. Stelzer to the high post of Burkett. Burkett gets away with a step. Now drives to the left side to paint. Puts up the bank shot. No good. Rebound Trey Hall. Here come the Cougars. They want to run. On the run out. Turner kicks it in the corner to Lukic. 3-pointer out of the right corner. No good. Rebound Lewis. Back to Lukic in the corner. Back to Lewis at the right block. Lewis double teamed and has it stolen by Kynick. And the Preachers bring it back. Across the timeline. Allman. He bounces off to the left side. That ball knocked out of bounds by Lukic. And it will belong to Concordia, just to the right of their bench and to my left. 16:24 to go in the game. Stelzer takes the inbounds pass. Stelzer works to the left side, back to the right. Stelzer with it on the point, trying to penetrate. Finds a gap and gets to the block, puts up a scoop shot, no good, but a foul. Called for the personal foul is Michael Fields. It'll be his first of the evening. 13th foul, 14th foul on the Cougars in the second half. And now check it in for Concordia. It's Justin Spoonagel. Next opportunity. And it also looks like it'll be Joshua Schmidt. To the line goes Stelzer. Free throw from Stelzer, no good. Kind of will check out for the Preachers. Also coming out for the Preachers is Sam Belts. 68-20. Columbia by 48. Free throw on the way is no good. Rebound Lewis. Here come the Cougars. Lewis to Lukic. Lukic on the run out. Out of the loop inside to Fields. Fields has to come from behind a basket and backboard, bank it up and in. Nice move by Fields for the bucket. His first bucket of the second half. He's got 5 points. 70-20 with 16 minutes to play. Top to key, Stelzer. Man-to-man defense by Columbia in a half court. On the dribble, Stelzer working on Turner. Right side his pass goes. And holding it over his head is Schmidt. Schmidt to Allman. Allman with it on the right wing. Backdoor pass to Stelzer on a nice screen and a roll. And his shot is blocked. Picked out of there by Trey Hall. Hall's got Turner with him. He gives the ball to Lewis, and Lewis banks it up and in. As Christian Lewis has 4 points. That's a new career high for Lewis at Columbia. 72-20. Cougars with the lead with 15:22 to go. Stelzer works to the left side. Has it in front of the Concordia bench. Stelzer bounces it down low, trying to get it to Allman, and a foul on the reach around, and that's going to be charged to Trey Hall out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. The foul on Hall is his second. 15th foul here in the second half, charged to Concordia, or to Columbia. Stelzer will inbound. Lobs it in, broken up by Fields and stolen. Fields gives the ball to Lukic. Lukic to the right point, pulls up at the right elbow, kicks it out to Hall for 3. That is no good. Tipped up by Fields, no good. Rebound trickles out of bounds. Last touch by Fields. And now checking back in for the Preachers is Sam Belts. He'll check in and Allman will come out. No, it's not Allman. It's going to be Burkett. Well, it's Barkett will come out. 72-20. Cougars lead it. Stelzer works it to midcourt. Works on Turner. Top the key, crossover to the right elbow. Stolen by Turner. Turner races the other way. Turner leaves it for Lukic with an over-the-shoulder pass for the layup. Lukic's got 5. Turner with the assist. 74-20. Top the key, Stelzer. Stelzer bounces it to the right side. Gives it to Schmidt. Schmidt's pass, a bad one, but it's ran down by Birkin. Birkin to Stelzer. Stelzer inside Allman. Allman out of heavy traffic knocks it down. Got it out of the paint. 74-22. Pass goes to the left side to Turner. Lob down low to Lewis along the left baseline. Lewis with a height advantage drives to the rack, and they tied him up and fouled him. They're not giving away anything inside. Called for the personal. Sam Belts. It'll be his second. And that's the second foul on the Preachers in the second half. They were whistled for just 5 fouls in the first half. They don't break the rules. Lewis's free throw is on the way, and it is no good. Christian Lewis 0-3 from the line. Boy, he's going to have to make free throws to play in the paint in the AMC, because they are going to foul him down there. Next free throw from Lewis is good. He's got 5 points, and the Cougars go up 75-22 with 14:08 to play. On the dribble, Stelzer into the right corner. Shot put up by Schmidt, blocked by Lukic. Got his recovery and put it back up and in. Joshua Schmidt rather with a bucket. Lead pass up the floor, broken up there by Kyneth, but it slowed down the break. And the Preachers can defend. 75-24. Columbia leads it by 51. Lukic will inbound. Lukic left corner to Trey Hall. Hall brings it out to the top of the key, gives the ball to Turner. Terrell Turner works to the right side to Lukic. Lukic in front of the Cougar bench. Out top to Stegman. Stegman to Trey Hall, and a charging foul on Trey Hall. Milton McHenry said he plowed over a defender. Trey Hall called for the player control foul. It'll be his 3rd personal, 6th team foul on Columbia. Next weekend, the Cougars are in Sterling, Kansas to play at the Sterling Classic. Columbia will play Tabor on Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock. And then 8 o'clock they will play on Saturday night as the Cougars hit the road for the first time. On Monday, they had C of O in here. Here's a shot put up by Kynect, top the key. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound Stegman. He gives to Lukic. Lukic to Lewis. Lewis splits the defense, banks it up, no good. Tips it up, no good. Next rebound trickles out of bounds. Last touched by Concordia. Cougars play their 3rd consecutive home game on Monday night. They will entertain C of O. College of the Ozarks will be back in Columbia. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip-off. Inbounds pass comes into Hall. Hall kicks it out top, gives the ball to Turner. Turner right side to Lukic. Lukic with it beyond the arc to Stegman. Stegman to Hall on the left wing. Hall kicks it back out top. On the dribble there, Lukic. Lukic guarded by Stelzer. Lukic works to the right, now to the left. Gives the ball to Turner on the right wing. Now out top, Stegman. Left side now to Hall. Hall gets it down low to Lewis, and Lewis is fouled along the baseline by Justin Spanago. Spanago picks up the foul. It'll be his first. 12:52 to play here in the second half. 75-24 Cougars. In a lopsided game like this, it's hard to look pretty. The bounce pass comes in to Turner. Turner in that left corner tries to drive baseline, now chased out of there by the defense. Feeds down low to Stegman. Stegman kicks it out to Flanner. Flanner at the right elbow. Had a shot, passed it up. Gives the ball to Hall. Left side, Turner beyond the arc. Turner now to Lewis. Free throw line jump shot, good. Christian Lewis has 7. 77-24. 12.5 minutes to play. Stelzer across the line. Stelzer works to the right side. Gets the ball to the right wing to Schmidt. Schmidt gets the ball to the cutter. That's kind of inside. Turnaround jumper put up by Spanago. That's no good. Rebound Columbia. On the run up, Turner Turner into the paint, kicks it in the right corner to Flanner. Flanner pulls up, leaves it for Lewis. 17-footer, no good. Rebound tipped up and in by Greg Stegman out of Loose Creek, Missouri. 79-24. Just under 12 minutes to go in the game. And now the Concordia Preachers want a timeout. Timeout called here at the arena of the Southwell Complex. Cougar 79, Concordia 24. We're back with more in a moment.
Hello, Bambinos.
Holy cow!
Harry?
Hi! How's it going? Say, I'm freaking starving, so I've decided to use my noodle and eat some pasta.
Well, you know, Harry, tonight you can actually choose your noodle and create your own custom pasta dish with our all-you-can-eat dinner special.
Hi!
Yeah?
It might be. Wait, it could be. It is a great deal.
You said it, Harry. Bambinos is your kind of place. We've got daily food and drink specials, big plates of pasta, huge scooters of beer, and sports on the big screen TV.
Hi! Enough chit-chat already. Just tell me where you're at.
Bambino's Italian Cafe is in downtown at Hitton Locust, or you can call us back for carryout or delivery at 443-4473.
Holy cow! Save me a seat in a scooter. I'm on my way.
Cougars lead at 79-24 here at the arena of the Southwell Complex against Concordia Seminary. Bounce pass comes out top. On the dribble there is Kyneth. Kyneth for Concordia picks up his dribble and gets the ball over to Stelzer. Stelzer's jumper off the left wing is no good from 12 feet out, and he's fouled. Called for the personal is Alexander. Jake Alexander picks up his second personal and the 7th team foul charged to Columbia. And to the line goes Will Stelzer, who is 0-2 in the second half from the stripe. He's 1 of 4. This free throw on the way is good. He's the leading scorer now for the Preachers. He's got 7 points. 79-25. The next free throw on the way from Stelzer. In and out, no good. Lewis with the rebound for Columbia. Lewis to Flanner. Left side Turner. Terrell Turner to the top of Nikita Lewis. Right side Alexander. Alexander can't get it to the flasher coming through the paint, so he gets it to Stegman. Stegman to Flanner. Flanner at the left elbow. Tied up, kicks it off right side to Turner. Turner with it in the right corner, fakes left, goes right. Pulls up, lobs it down low to Stegman, who draws a double team. Stegman finds a slasher. Alexander for a layup. Nice pass. Jake Alexander with a basket. 81-25. Under 11 now to play. With the dribble on the left side. Stelzer to Kyneth. His running one-hander out of the paint. No good. Rebound pulled down by Alexander to Flanner. Flanner up the floor to Turner. Turner drives baseline. His shot no good, but Turner is fouled. Called for the personal foul is Joshua Schmidt. It'll be his first. And that's a 4-team foul on the Preachers here in the second half with 10:40 to go. And to the line goes the 5'11 junior, transfer from Fort Scott Community College, Terrell Turner. Former Rockbridge High School player here in Columbia. Turner's free throw is good. Turner has 9. That's a career high here at Columbia College. Terrell Turner, Michael Fields, and Jason Ellis, along with Bob Burchard's son, Brett Burchard, all played AAU basketball together as they were kids growing up here in Columbia. Next free throw from Turner is no good. Rebound cleared out of there by Sponagle. Of course, we'll see Brett when the Cougars go to Indiana for the Classic over there. Brett plays for Taylor University. It's his senior year. Pass comes out top. With the top the key is Elliott for the Preachers. Elliott works to the right side. Pass goes underneath. Shot put up by Spoonagel. That's no good. Rebound cleared out of there by Allman. He gets it out to Schmidt. 3-point shot no good. Next rebound contested for. And it's pulled out of there by the Preachers. Now to Kyneth. He leaves the ball. Left wing to Schmidt. Schmidt fouled by Flanner. Concordia doing a much better job of taking care of the ball in the second half. As the Cougars have put the Preachers into 1-1. The foul on Flanner is his first. And to the line goes Joshua Schmidt, who's 0-1. Free throw from Flanner is no good. Apparently drew iron, but the rebound pulled down by Spanago. He kicks it out. 3-point shot on the way from Kyneth. Good. He's got 9. 82-28. Here come the Cougs with it on the right side. Alexander. He holds over his head. Cougars spread the floor now. Man-to-man defense by Concordia. Left side to Turner. Top to key Stegman. Right side to Flanner. Flanner at the free throw line. He backs out to the right point. Flanner to Sullivan. Sullivan backing in on the right wing. Now down to the right block. His shot no good. Rebound loose on the deck. They scramble for it. Turner's got it. Terrell Turner clears it down. Turner to Sullivan. Cougars with a fresh shot clock will reload. Flanner to Stegman on the high post. Back to Flanner on the right wing. Flanner beyond the arc. Fakes a shot. Gets it out to Turner. Left side Alexander. He fakes right. Goes left to the baseline. Jake Alexander out to Turner. Terrell Turner with a dribble to the top of the key. Right side to Flanner. Flanner's fader off the right baseline. No good. Rebound cleared out of there. With the rebound is Schmidt. Josh Schmidt. Back come the Preachers. With it on the right wing. Stelzer. Stelzer trying to penetrate into the right corner. He gets the ball to Schmidt. Schmidt dumps it out to Elliott. Elliott on the perimeter to the left side. Bounce pass down low to Stelzer. Stelzer working on that baseline is fouled. And Terrell Turner called for the foul. Stelzer's just quick enough to give the Cougars trouble. It's the 9th team foul now on Columbia. And the foul will set Terrell Turner down. And Lee Sattler in the game. With 8:35 to play, Stelzer's free throw is no good. Rebound Stegman, but he lost the ball to Spanago. Picking it up now. In the corner is Kyneth. He threw it away. Stegman stole that one. Back the other way now. Flanner into the right corner to Sattler. He'll pull up for 15. Good. Lee Sattler's on fire. He's got 14 points. He hasn't missed a shot. 84-28. 8:12 to play in the ball game. Cougars with a huge lead. Now Jake Alexander with a steal. 3-on-1 to Flanner. Flanner to the rack, banks at home. Joe Flanner has 13. 86-28. Cougars trying to push their lead. They're up 58 points. They're cruising here tonight. Top to key Stelzer. Columbia now matched up in his zone. Skip pass, right corner. With it there, Kyneth. He'll fire from 19. That's no good. Stegman clears the glass. Here comes Columbia. Sattler up the floor. Gives the ball to Flanner, trying to penetrate. Flanner at the right block into the paint. Turnaround jump shot is no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Kyneth. And back come the Concordia Preachers. 86-28. Cougars with the lead. Lob pass left corner to Schmidt. Schmidt draws a double team. Out top to Stelzer. Right side now it goes to Kyneth. Kyneth back to Stelzer, top the key. Stelzer picks his dribble up. Kyneth will launch from 25. That's off the mark. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Lee Sattler. Sattler, senior, second-year player, 6'1" senior out of Clark State Community College, originally from Washington Courthouse, Ohio. 86-28. Concordia will inbound. Inbounds pass comes into Stelzer near the left hash mark. Stelzer with it out top, or where the left hash mark used to be for all you old timers. Pass comes out top to Gonzalez in the game. Pass goes into the paint. Shot put up there by Tesson. That's no good. Rebound Columbia. Driving baseline for the Cougars is Hoskins. He can't get a shot to Sattler. Sattler to Sullivan. Sullivan works to the left side. With it on the left side is Alexander. Alexander to Sattler. Sattler out top to Stegman. Stegman works the ball to the right side to Hoskins. Hoskins down low to Sullivan. Alexander's leaner, no good, but a foul call down low. I think it's on Stelzer. Will Stelzer out of Chicago, a 6'1" first-year player at Concordia, picks up the second personal. 15 foul. Alexander was in the act of shooting. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Alexander listed at 6'5", a guard forward player. Free throw from Alexander, good. Now Allman's going to check into the game, and Stelzer will get a breather. Jake Alexander back to the line. 6.5 minutes left in the ball game. Free throw on the way, good. As Alexander has 4 second-half points. Back comes Concordia. Allman across the line. Works to the right side to Schmidt. Back to Allman on the high post. Allman back to Schmidt. Schmidt bounces it down low. And they get it into the corner to Gonzalez, who's tangled up with the ball and lost it out of bounds. And the ball goes back to the Cougars with 6:11 to play. Columbia will be 2-0 when they host College of the Ozarks on Monday night. It'll be a little different challenge on Monday night, let me tell you, when the Bobcats come to town. 6 minutes to go. Top to Key Sattler. Turnaround jumper for 2. Won't go. Rebound fought for and cleared out of there by Spinagle. Spinagle clears it out to Allman. Allman into the front court. Allman picks up his dribble. Works to the right side. With it on that right wing is Schmidt. Back to Allman. Allman between the rings. Picks his dribble up. Kicked out of bounds by Hoskins. Brett Hoskins is out of Bardwell, Kentucky, a transfer from West Kentucky Community College. 6'2" junior. Bounce pass. Intercepted by Alexander, and then they scramble for it. Diving for the loose basketball is Schmidt, and a jump ball call. First tied basketball of the night. And before they called the jump ball, Concordia called a timeout. As the Preachers are going to use the timeout, we'll take a break. More Columbia Cougar basketball coming your way from the arena, the Southwell Complex, in a moment.
Looking for sports coverage you can count on? Turn to the team that brings you coverage whenever and wherever you want it. KOMU Sports.
Tune in to KOMU News at 6 and 10 for the latest sports highlights, and wrap up the week with the KOMU Sports Show Sundays at 10:25. Log on to KOMU.com for video highlights and interactive polls. Get sports news when you want it with KOMU Mobile. Get alerts direct to you with KOMU Mobile Message.
KOMU Sports. Sports coverage you can count on.
Columbia 88 and Concordia Seminary 28 with 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Across the timeline, working to the right side. Schmidt, 4 seconds on his shot clock. Remember, they had a possession, lost the ball. Gonzalez gets it off. On the way, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Spinagle. He kicks it back out top. And losing the ball, Schmidt. Sattler gives the ball to Hoskins for a layup on the right side. Brett Hoskins has 8. 90-28 with 5:04 to play in the ball game. Across the timeline, Allman bounces it to the left side to Gonzalez. Gonzalez draws a double team. Tried to get it down low to Spinagle, and Spinagle had it knocked away. Now checking back into the game is Kylie Newth, a 6'5" sophomore, transfer from University of Arkansas Little Rock, out of Mountain Home, Arkansas. Spinagle now put the ball in play here. Gets it in to Allman. Allman into the right corner. Gonzalez, he'll launch a 3. That's no good. And rebound cleared out of there by Kylie Newth. Newth gets it across to Hoskins. Hoskins and Newth could pass as brothers. Sattler with it on the right wing to Hoskins to Newth. On the left side now to Alexander. Out top to Sullivan. Sullivan at the free throw line, which put it up. That's no good. And the rebound is cleared down by Concordia's Allman. Allman into the front court. Right down the middle, left-hand scoop shot, good. As Tim Allman answers with the bucket. He's got 8, 90-30. Cougars by 60. Now out top, Sullivan. 4:12 to go in the game. Sullivan gives to Hoskins, driving baseline, bank shot. Brett Hoskins good. He's in double figures with 10. 92-30. Back the other way, Allman. Allman across the line. Matt Schilling waiting to check into the game for Concordia. Right side to Schmidt. Schmidt bounces it down low. Stolen by Sullivan. Racing the other way. Sullivan with a two-hand dunk. As Sullivan flushed it. He's got 7. 94-30. Back comes Concordia. Allman across the line, left wing now. With it there is Gonzalez. Gonzalez beyond the arc. Left wing to Schmidt. Back to Gonzalez on the left point. Pass inside to Spinagle. Backing in. Turn around. Bank shot good by Justin Spinagle. His first points of the night. Cougars push it up the floor. And Hoskins kicks it out to Sattler, and he missed one. He let the three go and missed it. Rebound Newt. He gives the ball to Sullivan for a layup. Sullivan with 9. All the Cougars, I believe, have now scored in this game. Top the key. On the dribble. Allman, left side Gonzalez, under 3 minutes to play. Down low, the pass goes to Elliott. Now out to Schmidt. Schmidt gets it inside. And a walking violation charged to the Preachers. And now checking back into the game is Mike Gary with 2:51 to play. He'll check in with 4 fouls. They wanted to make sure he didn't foul out of this game and held him out. He still could foul out, trust me. 96-32 Cougars. Last year the Cougars beat the Preachers 99-43. It's going to be worse this year. Pass is thrown out of bounds by Alexander, but his last touch by Concordia. Preachers still working hard. They just have not had the skills here tonight to compete with Columbia. 2:37 to play. Amounts pass comes into Hoskins. Jumper off the baseline won't go. Rebound cleared down by Tesson. An outlet pass stolen by Hoskins, but his shot is blocked, and the rebound pulled down by Allman. And Allman now trying to get out of traffic, works his way up the floor. Gets it across the timeline to Spinagle. Spinagle with it, left block, bank shot up, no good. Rebound, Gary. Here come the Cougars. Gary to Sattler. Inside, wide open, laying it up and in is Kylie Newth. Good ball movement by the Cougars. 98-32 with 2:03 to go in the ball game. Across the timeline, Allman. Allman works to the left side. Feeds down low. And a hook shot's good by Andre Tesson. He hooked it in. 98-34. Bounce pass down low to Gary. He kick it out to Hoskins. Hoskins threads the eye of the needle back inside to Kylie Newth for a layup, and it's 100-34 as the Cougars have put a century mark up. Top to Kay. Allman for 3. He canned it. Tim Allman has 11, and it's 100-37. 1:20 to play. Pass inside intended for Micah Gary. And Gary couldn't hang on to the bullet pass from Lee Sattler. Cougars turn it over. Back come the Preachers, and a timeout called by the Concordia Seminary Preachers. We've got a break in the action. More Cougar basketball comes your way in a moment.
Columbia College is once again home of the NAIA Volleyball National Championship, and the action runs from November the 28th through December the 1st. You too can be part of this spectacular event by volunteering. Volunteers will receive free admission to all matches and a free t-shirt. Get all the details online at ColumbiaCougars.com or contact Cindy at 573-875-7454. Volunteer today and be a part of the NAIA Volleyball National Championship.
Back here at the arena of the Southwell Complex, the Cougars are just a minute 15 away from being 2-0. They lead at 100-37. And now Concordia will get the basketball. Across the timeline, Allman. Cougars in now 1-2-2 zone. Allman with it, trying to penetrate. Kicks it back out on the perimeter to Matt Schilling. Into the right corner. Allman puts a shot up, and it's blocked by Gary. Gary knocked it into the seats. Mike Gary is going to be fun to watch. 6'7" junior. And it's out to Gonzalez. That three-point shot no good. Gary with a rebound. He gives the ball to Alexander. Lead pass up the floor to Hoskin. Hoskin kicks it out to Sattler. Sattler now top the key to Newth. Newth will give it to Gary on the wing. Gary out top to Gary. Or rather, that's Alexander out to Gary. Now to Hoskins. 40 seconds to play. Cougars probably in their last possession. Out top to Kylie Newth. Now to Brett Hoskins as the Cougars spread the floor. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 30 seconds to play. And Hoskins penetrates, elevates, jump shot, good as he banked it in. 102-37. 24 seconds to play. Back the other way come the Preachers. With it is Allman. Works to the left side. And Barkett's shot up, no good. Rebound underneath, put back up. That's no good. Missing out was Schilling. And the rebound pulled down by Gary with 9 seconds. Gary into the front court. Cross the timeline. Cougars will kill the clock. Columbia will win this one 102-37 as the Columbia Cougars beat the Preachers of Concordia Seminary. 102-37. We're back with the Cougar postgame show in a moment. This is Columbia Cougar basketball.
Life can be a real balancing act, can't it? Careers, kids, mortgages, and the more things are up in the air, the more you want them under control. That's where Shelter Insurance comes in. We insure your car, home, life, and peace of mind. We offer competitive rates to take care of the business of life so you can concentrate on something more important, enjoying your life. Interested? Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. Seek shelter today.
The Cougars remind you that a winner always uses a designated driver or volunteers to be one. Be a good sport and keep our roads safe. Always put safe driving at the top of your lineup. A message from the Columbia Cougars, Budweiser, and N.H. Shepherds Distributing Company. You are listening to Columbia Cougar Athletics on ColumbiaCougars.com. Follow the Cougars all season long by logging on to ColumbiaCougars.com. Get results, highlights, statistics, player information, and all the latest Cougar news. Shop for great Cougar gear at ColumbiaCougars.com. Your voice of Cougar Athletics. Your source for everything you need to know about the Cougars. ColumbiaCougars.com.
Wouldn't you like to be able to provide for your family every month, even if you weren't around? That's precisely why Kansas City Life created a monthly benefit rider for universal life coverage. In addition to your policy's lump sum payout, this rider provides extra cash to your loved ones every month, supporting them just as you would if you were still here. Talk to your Kansas City Life agent today about the new monthly benefit rider.
We're Kansas City Life.
You have looked everywhere, but you just can't find the perfect fit. Perfect Woodworking is your answer. Perfect Woodworking can build the perfect custom piece, the perfect cabinet, the perfect bookcase, the perfect entertainment center. Perfect Woodworking will build you a custom handmade piece that is exactly what you want. Make it perfect. Perfect Woodworking. 573-499-1353.
Welcome back to the arena of the Southwell Complex, where the Cougars win tonight by a final score of 102-37, and this one was over very, very early. Cougars led it at the intermission 65-17, and they held the Preachers in the second half to just 20 points, and they win it by a final tally of 37-20. Turnovers did the Preachers in. They had 17 in the first half, finished the game